Danielle is the executive director of the Speakeasy, a member-based nonprofit organization in Indianapolis that brings established businesses and entrepreneurs together to create healthy entrepreneurial ecosystems and allow creativity, collaboration, and education. Prior to becoming the executive director of the Speakeasy, Danielle was among its first members when she launched a hairstylist review company called mybestfriendhair.com in July 2012. I was not your target market. But the company was later pivoted to a hair products and e-commerce firm called Jada Beauty and was acquired by Sally Beauty Holdings in August of 2014. Danielle attended Notre Dame University, where she graduated in 2006 with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Marketing. Following graduation, she accepted a job with the Indiana Pacers. Danielle left the sales position with the Pacers later that year and accepted a role as a marketing communications manager at Cha-Cha, a question and answer startup founded by Scott Jones in 2005. Danielle is a seasoned entrepreneur with a passion for bringing new ideas to the market and high-tech startup space. Please join me and welcome Danielle to the Spark stage.
Well, no, I do. All right. What you can't see is that in this photo right here, I'm wearing these same pants. Isn't that exciting? These are my speaking pants. It makes me feel really flexible. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. First, I want to tell you a little bit about the Speakeasy. Today, I'm going to tell you about two things: profit and passion. When do they mingle? When do they intersect? And when to walk away from one or the other. So what I do today is my job. I'm the executive director of the Speakeasy. The Speakeasy is a place where entrepreneurs and people who are passionate can join together and really pursue what it is that they're passionate about. And my job is to make that dream happen. We've launched over 200 companies out of the Speakeasy in the last 4 years. Created about 2,000 plus jobs with the organizations that have come out of us or out of the organization. And why that, what's fun about that is we get to cultivate people's dreams. But there's a big button there. And I'll tell you a little bit about that experience and what happened to me in that little journey. Am I doing okay? Got it up here? Okay, thanks. Why I started a business in 2010. And in 2010, I found a partner who was really passionate about pursuing an open market. And she came to me and said, you know what, there's this Angie's List thing, and it's happening, and it's taking off, and they're acquiring users, but you know what they're not doing is really focusing on hair. And I think that there might be an opportunity in the market. So what's important there is to recognize that when we came together, it wasn't necessarily around the fact that we were really passionate about hair or beauty or even the actual event of getting your hair done. In fact, I really don't enjoy that very much, but now that I'm into it, I get it a little more. But what the point is there is that we really pursued an opening in the market. And we did it because we were passionate about business. And when you are looking at whether or not you want to start a business, I think that you really have to know that there's a difference between passion and profit. There are two things that you can do when you start a business. One, you can pursue something because you're passionate about it. I really enjoy rowing, as my thing set up there. I was a rower for about 8 years, but you know what? There is no money in rowing, which is really unfortunate. I was one of the top rowers in the country. I mean, I've got this wingspan that just goes on forever, but there's no money in it. So, that was not a passion, that wasn't a passion channel that I could pursue. What I was passionate about was watching things grow. So I loved being a part of a team. I loved having interactions with my teammates. And that was something that I really enjoyed. And so when my partner came to me and said, let's start this business, I said, yeah, this sounds cool. Let's do it. And there's 1.5 million hairstylists in the country. That's a huge market. If we got them all to pay $10, we'd be a multi-million-dollar business, hundreds of millions. So we did that, and we pursued it. And what we did is we went out and we raised venture capital. So we went and we pursued some of the seed networks here in Indianapolis, of whom graciously gave us money, which was fantastic. And so we started it. We launched it nationally. We went out to market, and then we started identifying where some holes in the market might be. One of those being in e-commerce. It was a multi-billion-dollar market that the two giants, L'Oreal and Sally Beauty, were missing. And they came, they would go to these events and they would talk about this problem, and they kept talking about the fact that it's so important to sign your BSG contracts and not sell your product to diverters. But you know what? The diverters were taking it anyways. So we saw another huge opportunity, not so much because we were passionate about hair products, but we really saw a huge amount of opportunity for profit there. And so if you wouldn't mind clicking that clicker for me. Clicker, 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 clicker. So what I'd like to do is walk you through what happens here. My partner and I, when we got that venture money, we were so excited. That was the pinnacle of some of my happy moments. We were aligned in our vision, probably about 90%, which is what you really need. You need some pushback, right? It's important to have pushback from your partners. But our happiness level was so, so high. We had money to back us, which was great. The money allowed us to pursue what it was that we were passionate about, which was going after our business. And everything went really well until this really big giant came to us and said, "Ooh, we like this idea too. Can we buy you?" And we said, "Yes." Happiness spiked. Our vision alignment spiked. And you notice the profits, they kind of lagged around there, but they really took off after we were acquired. But that's where things go sour. And that's where we lost our alignment, right? Our vision alignment. When we started pursuing this in a corporate environment, we didn't see team building the same. We didn't see pursuing that opportunity the same. And so what happened there was, it looks like I have about 25 seconds, but what happened there was happiness dropped because our visions didn't align. And so my request to you is two things. I want you to check in with your teams. Tomorrow when you go to the table, I want to say, you know what, why are we here? What are we doing? Does this drive me to... I am very lucky in the fact that it does drive me. I get to help people every day, which is awesome. And two, is what we're working on mission critical? Because if not, you better check back in with that mission. So either be passionate about profit or figure out whether or not your passion can make a profit. Thank you.